Good morning, class. Today we will be working on our critical thinking and creative solution skills. This is the 3rd to 5th grade class, so we will be reaching a bunch of different points and answering a bunch of different questions and just putting your brain to work for the first time today. The goal of this lesson is to allow students to come up with creative solutions to silly prompts and then relate them back to possible real-world solutions. So there will be no wrong answers or silly answers. Our warm-up. We have 2 questions for our warm-up. And let's get started. First question. What gets more wet? Wow. It dries. Take some time, take 2 minutes to think about that question, and then we'll be answering questions from there. Are you ready? Vega.
Towel.
A towel. Good answer. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. That's the correct answer. Did you have the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Towel. Okay. What made you guys come up with that answer?
I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
I guess it can be wet while it dries.
Makes sense. Did you have anything different?
Yeah, because when we get out of the pool and we're wet, we put the towel on, and the towel is drying us, but it's getting more wet as it's drying us.
Now we're thinking, okay. Question number 2. Question number 2, let's get this off. Hold on. Got a little. Get this off. Take my time. The more there is, the less you see. What is it? Are you ready? Aaron first.
Fog.
Fog, that is a great answer. That is the correct answer. Fog. You got anything different?
I don't know yet. I need some more time to think.
Okay. In the meantime, Aaron, what helped you get to that conclusion?
Because I was trying to think of things that were in my way that would make me not see.
Yeah.
And when my mom's driving, and every time it's foggy when we drive up the mountain, it's hard to see.
Early in the morning, right?
Maybe like the more stuff it is, the less space.
The less space, right? This fog takes up a sense of space from your visual. Good. All right, let's get to the next question. Let's get in the field. Imagine if. So these questions will challenge your critical thinking and also your imagination. So there, like I said, there are no wrong answers. And we're gonna have some fun while we still working our brain this early morning. So all these questions will be imagine if. I'm gonna give a funny scenario, a funny question, and we're gonna think about it for a second, and then we're gonna find an answer to that problem. First question. Imagine if Wi-Fi everywhere stopped working for 2 hours each day. And then you guys can take a second to think about that.
I think that everyone would have to play outside,
Play outside.
and if it was raining, then you could play inside, but we'd all have to be outside or playing somewhere together. And our parents wouldn't be able to work either, so they could play with us too.
So everybody would be playing together and making new friends and getting vitamins from the sun and drinking some energy so they'll be tired when they get home. Good. Vega?
I think everybody should use those hours to go do something productive that doesn't need Wi-Fi, like going to the gym, to help the mental and you to get stronger, so it can't nobody beat you up.
And what are some of the benefits of going to the gym for 2 hours a day, each day?
You gonna get stronger. You gonna meet new friends at the gym too.
New friends are both your answers. Okay, new friends, mental stability, mental
You gonna be
strength.
tired when you go home.
Tired. Okay. All right, good job, everybody. Let's see what else we got. All right, second question. Imagine if cars could fly. Would there need to be new rules with cars and planes in the air? Or could you fly your car whatever and whenever you want it? All right, you ready? Vega, let's hear it.
Yes, it would be new rules because it's a new thing and it's different than driving on the ground versus being in the air. And no, I don't think you can fly wherever you want it because you still like, what if you try to fly over the border? Like, what if you're in Detroit, you start flying your car to Canada, who's gonna stop you?
That's a good response. Aaron?
I think there have to be rules too. I don't think that cars should be able to fly like as high as planes, because then they could crash. But there also like have to be some rules about like when you could fly and where you could fly. Cause what if you tried to like fly to England and then you fell over the ocean because you ran out of gas?
Yeah.
These cars don't have as much gas as planes.
Okay, will cars and planes need the same certificate, or do you have to have a certain certificate to have a plane license and a car license? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Which one is more important?
I would say, as of right now, I'd need a regular license because it's more regular to drive on land than it is to be driving 5 cars.
Okay, but is there a difference between the flying car license and the flying a plane license, or if you have one, do you have both?
No, I think it's still different. Those are 2 different things too. Just like Aaron said, you can't fly as high as a plane anyway, so, man, you gotta start up them big engines and all that stuff. You gotta know the runway. It's a different thing.
Good. You getting there. Okay, here we go. Imagine if your toys came to life every night. What would you do? Are you ready? Aaron?
I said I probably wanna stay up late and play with them if they came to life at night, but I know that's probably not the best idea, so, I would have to play with them more during the day, so that when they came to life at night, they were more tired. But maybe too, because I don't think my dog would love if my toys came to life every night, so I'd maybe have to make sure that they like stayed in my room somehow, or if there was like playroom, and they could stay in the playroom, so that they could do what they had to do at night, but that it wasn't like disturbing me or my siblings or my dog or
Party
my
time.
parents.
Party time at night, Vega.
I would talk to them, give them food, and
Give them food.
play with them.
Okay. How would that make you guys feel emotionally?
Be happy I got friends and like,
Yeah, it would be fun to have more friends, and then you could talk to your friends about what their toys did the night before, and.
I gotta show my friends from school that my toys going out.
Absolutely. You gotta take a video on your phone. Alright, let's see, what's the next one? Alright, so now this is the conclusion of the critical thinking. We're gonna answer which question was the hardest to come up with a solution for. Was it the flying cars, was it the toys, or if the Wi-Fi went out for 2 days? Which answer was the most difficult to find the answer for?
Flying cars.
Flying cars? That made you think a little harder?
Yeah, because I never imagined it. I haven't seen a flying car. I haven't seen toys come to life either, but I've seen Toy Story, so.
Okay.
I think the toys question, because that doesn't seem like a problem that my toys would come to life at night, so then having to think of a solution for that when it isn't something that I normally would see as a problem was a little bit tricky.
Good. What was your favorite idea one of your classmates shared?
You know, when she said, when the question was, when there's more, there's less, or something like that.
When there's more, there's less?
Yeah.
The
She
more
said
you see,
fall.
the less you, what was it? Let me see. I know what we're talking about. The more you see, yeah, the more there is, the less you see.
Yeah, I like the fog answer, because I couldn't think of any other better answer than that.
Good. Aaron?
I liked his answer for the toys, making sure they're getting food and being able to play with them at night.
Yeah, treating them like actual human beings and being an actual friend. Alright, so that is it for the class test today. Everyone did an excellent job. You did a great job expanding on your answers, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.